So today I'm going to talk about two use cases that we're finding a lot of interest in. And the first one is sentiment analysis. So I think sentiment analysis has been around for a while, but it's gotten much more sophisticated. At Meadows, our latest version of sentiment analysis is now looking at 6 different dimensions of sentiment. And we've decided that it's interesting to look at both positive and negative. So these are the 6 that we're doing: anger, urgency, frustration, confusion, happiness, and satisfaction. And so what you can see is what we do is we take each message as it comes in, and using a AI ranking system, give it a score between 0, meaning it doesn't apply at all to that message, or 3 at the other end, meaning it's a high level of that. So high level of anger, high level of urgency. So I think people used to use this initially for finding escalations, maybe finding people that are struggling with their customers. But I wanted to just show you it has some other interesting uses. So you can start to, we generally record these dimensions on each case, and then you can start doing analytics on them. So for example, here's the information sliced by product. And you can see maybe you have 3 different product lines, product A, B, and C. And you can start to see over here that, product A is struggling with a lot of unhappy customers. Product C's got a very high satisfaction level compared to the other ones. So you can start to compare where your product teams might need to focus by using the overall customer sentiment over here. You could do the same thing by your own support teams. So here's the same information sliced a different way. So this is looking at 2 dimensions, anger and urgency, and saying, hey, I got 3 support teams, A, B, and C. Here's how they're doing Q1, Q2, Q3. So you can see team A on the anger scale is doing better and better. Their anger ratings are dropping. The urgency levels, are also getting a little bit less. But you could see, for example, that team B over here is doing worse and worse every quarter. So it gives you a way to sort of analyze this in a way that's not dependent on customer surveys, but by actually looking at the raw information. The second use case that I wanted to talk about is combining knowledge-based searches with customer-specific information. So lots of times, instead of just giving generic answers out of a knowledge base, it's much more useful if you have specific facts about that customer and use that together with the knowledge base. So I'm going to give you an example from sort of an HR related use case. So here, the customer sends in their message, and what we do is we look up the state of residence, the state of employment, who the employer is, and based on that information, we're able to filter the results in the knowledge base and get a much more accurate answer specific for that kind of user. So it's a really you're starting to see a lot happening with knowledge bases, but it's much more valuable when you can combine that with real world data about that customer. So if the customer here, and this says how many days of leave am I eligible for? Well, that would depend on the state that they're in, and the who their employer is, and the size of the employer, and the policies. All that kind of stuff gets looked up before it goes to the knowledge base. So that's our AI minute. If you're interested in further details, reach out to info@ymeadows.com, and we'll also post this on LinkedIn. Thanks.